Hello and welcome back to your own channel Indian Defense Analysis, where we bring to you all the latest development happening in the defense sector.
The Russian President Vladimir Putin is expected to visit India next month with many defense deals on his plate. His visit will be focused on some of the key defense deals such as Kalashnikov AK-203 rifles, additional T-90 tanks, 12 Su-30 MKIs, 21 MiG-29. It is highly possible that India will also receive its first complete battery of S-400 SAM system somewhere around the Putin's visit. There are good chances that India and Russia could further discuss the potential grounds of procurement of newly developed and highly advanced S-500 and S-550 SAM system. If the deal goes through, then India could become the first foreign buyer of Russian-made S-500 and S-550 SAM air defense system. However, the fear of Katsa is still looming on India, and the deal of S-500 could possibly increase probability of getting sanctioned under this act. In today's discussion, we will be talking about the S-500 SAM system and its significance for India and its chances of getting sanctioned under Katsa Act. So, let's get started. The upcoming S-500, also dubbed as Prometheus, will be called First Generation Space Defense System (SDS) and not just Air Defense System. It will have capabilities to destroy satellites in the lower space orbit. The missile is designed to destroy hypersonic and intercontinental ballistic missiles. Russia has also tested its S-500 with interceptors capable of eliminating hypersonic targets. In June 2021, S-500 was supposedly tested at Syria Air Base, receiving a lock on F-35 fighter, a big worry for US. According to unofficial sources, the S-500s will have a response time of about 3 to 4 seconds compared to 9 to 10 seconds of S-400. The S-500 will have a range of 600 km for anti-ballistic missile, 500 km for air defense. It will be able to detect and simultaneously engage up to 10 ballistic hypersonic targets flying at a speed of Mach 14 to Mach 20. Its missile can destroy hypersonic cruise missile and other aerial targets at speed higher than Mach 5. The altitude of a target engaged can be as high as 180 to 200 kilometers. The S-500 makes use of sophisticated guidance system and the impact principle to destroy the warheads of ballistic missiles. S-500 can shift the power balance towards India and surely will give an edge over China when it comes to interception of nuclear missiles. At present, India is developing hypersonic missiles and China has hypersonic missile which can circle entire Earth before hitting the target. In such case, India needs to have some type of counter system to stop this missile. S-500 system can easily do this job for India. The biggest challenge before India for S-400 and potential S-500 deal is the fear of sanction under the US Countering America's Adversary Through Sanction Act (CAATSA), a legislation that outlaws countries acquiring Russian defense equipment. It has been invoked against China and Turkey for inducting S-400 systems. CAATSA does not incorporate provision for sanctioning any country simply for ordering S-400s. It sanctions them once their deliveries begin, and India is now in such vulnerable situation. Unlike China and Turkey, India is US close strategic and military ally, and India is hopeful of a CAATSA waiver which can be granted by President Joe Biden under the Act's Modified Waiver Authority for certain sanctionable transactions. If this waiver is approved, it would be valid for a decade and would let India to procure not only S-400 but other Russian equipments it has been acquiring or leasing. This includes stealth frigates, fighters, nuclear-powered submarine, helicopters, and assault rifles, amongst others. However, there are no such thing as free lunch in geopolitics. India may have to pay huge expensive trade-off to secure a CAATSA waiver. As per the former US President Donald Trump, the classic deal maker, deal works best when each side gets something it wants from the other. This is what we have been observing as well in past few months. While the threat of CAATSA's invocation upon Delhi remains looming, India's Ministry of Defense is in process of appeasing a gesture to dodge the sanction. It was quite evident from the recent media reports of India advancing with $3 billion purchase of 30 armed MQ-9B long-endurance Reaper UAVs. $10 for each of the India's three services via US foreign military sales route, and price negotiations are in process. At the same time, India had been lobbying hard with Washington for a CATSA waiver over S-400 purchase. Its diplomats and security officials had repeatedly assured that India and US are global strategic partners. And at the same time, India has a special privileged strategic alliance with Russia. Both nations are independent of each other. The US also fears that its platforms in service with Indian military like transport and maritime reconnaissance aircraft, attack and heavy lift rotorcraft and advanced UAVs would be compromised by S-400 radars that could in principle monitor and exploit their technical features and capabilities. However, India has assured US of safeguarding the technical and operational secrecy of the range of US material it presently operated. It has also stressed on reducing the dependency of Russian defense equipment. Over the last 2 decades, India has acquired American military equipment worth $20 billion. As per the latest update, US State Department official had not yet made a determination on a potential waiver with respect to Indian arms transaction with Russia. CATSA does not have a blanket or country-specific waiver provision, and US continues to urge its allies to cease acquiring Russian material as it risks triggering sanction under CATSA. While the fear of CATSA is still looming on India, the decision of US will be clear once one unit of S-400 will be delivered completely to India, which we can expect in December 2021.
This was today's update. Please let us know what is your views about these in comment section. Feel free to post your comments and suggestions about any topic related to defense sector on which you want to hear from us. With this, I would like to say goodbye and Jai Hind friends. Please like and subscribe our video if you have not done already. We will be soon back with more interesting and amazing development happening in defense sector.